Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back for the hashtag Color Combo 2024. This challenge is hosted by Tammy at Loufrou-frou Studio. This is her YouTube tag line or whatever, but you can just put in Loufrou-frou Studio, or there will be a link in the description box below this video for her channel so you can find out more information. Essentially, each week she draws well, it doesn't draw. I'm the one that does the drawing out of the bag, and I always say that. But she chooses a shape and a color this year for her color combo. So, for example, last week it was teal or aqua and keyhole. So this, I made a bunch of cards and pockets and things using these images, and I made a freebie of these images that's on that video. So if you want these, if you didn't get them last week, you can go back and get that freebie. I'll try to remember to link the video so that it's a little bit easier for you guys to find. So anyways, I did that freebie for those, and if you go back to get the freebie, please like the video as well. That just helps my channel, and that, you know, it doesn't cost you anything. You just click the like, and then that way if enough people do it, then, you know, it's good for my channel. So this week it is coral is the color and arrow is the shape. And so I don't have a whole lot of coral, but I did find this in my stash, and this little 5-cent, and this fancy dress patterns. This is a little bit more orange, I would say, but we're going with it. I took this layer off of this piece because it was really thick chipboard, kind of like this 5 cents is. So you can peel them apart. So if you have those and you keep thinking they're too thick for, you know, you to use in a journal, you can peel them apart. So that's what I did. And then for my arrow, I just have these arrows. This one is chipboard. This is just paper. So that's what we're going to use and make some kind of sewing themed bits. Okay, so this is my card, and I think this, or what I'm going to use, yeah, I can make a pocket out of that. So I'm going to make a pocket out of that page. So how are you guys doing? I hope you're fantastic. I'm going to say hugs and blessings to Diane, Melon Ma Food 2439, and Linda P. Thank you guys for joining me. I have some new subscribers and new commenters, and I'm very happy about that. So thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. I love to get comments because it's just fun chatting with you guys, and, you know, just hearing what you have to say or what you think of the videos or all those kind of things. So yeah, very fun. I appreciate it very much. So I'm just going to tear these to the size. And for me, I'm trying to film some videos ahead, so I'm like a week ahead. And that is because my daughter's graduation is the weekend that, well, you guys won't see this video till Monday, but I knew I probably wasn't going to have time to do it because we're going to have family in town and all those good things. So yeah, but I hope you guys are well and having some nice weather. It's just windy here. I think that's just all I'm going to say these days. It's really weird because we don't generally get this much wind. But man, it has just been gusty. Gusty, gusty. It's kind of a bummer. I don't like it when there's that much of the white. I am going to ink it, but take a little bit of that off. And this paper is Cosmo Cricket. I've had it for years and been hoarding it. So, but it was the closest. I mean, it looks pretty coral to me. I think that's coral. So that's what I'm using, and that's just going to go on there. And that'll be kind of my background, and some of it will get covered up. I'm just going to use this liquid glue because this paper is a little bit thicker. It's a scrapbooking cardstock, you know. So, although it would probably be fine, but with the glue stick, but I'd rather just use this at the moment. So I've got to go have dinner with the kids. Yet last night we picked up a table for my daughter's house that she purchased because she has a Volkswagen Beetle, so there's no hauling of any furniture pieces in her car. So she asked us if we could pick it up, and then we took it over there and took the kids to dinner. So that was fun. One of her roommates went with us, and our son also. So that always makes me happy. So I'm going to put this lady, this fashion-y lady on there. I can't seem to get this ripped right. I mean, I could just trim it when I get it on here, I guess. I'm going to take a little bit more of this because we don't need this. We're just going to cover that up with that fashion sign. I kind of want the fashion news up there, though. I kind of like that. I might turn this just a little bit more. So what are you guys up to? Are you up to anything fun? Do you have graduations for kids for high school or college, any of that? It is a fun time of year. All the new, you know, possibilities of their moving to a new time period of their life. It's just really cool. It's a lot of fun. And stressful because, like, my daughter's like, I want to get a new car. Like, well, you got to get a job first because you have rent. And the job that she had, the graphic design job at the university, ended because, you know, she's not technically going to be a student there anymore. And so she doesn't have that job anymore. She does have her museum job, but that's not enough to pay the bills. So, got one of my hairs. Go away. That's what she needs to do first. And that's going to go there. Yeah, these are just too thick, I feel like, to go in a journal because same problem with scrapbooks. I'm kind of surprised. This was all the rage to do this chipboard for the longest time. It's great for a cover, but they're just so darn thick. Even taking some of the backing off of this one, it's still a little thicker than what I would like. And of course I cut the glue all horribly. Because I always seem to do that with anything remotely thick. Always got to make a mess with the glue. Yeah, so I'm surprised that was ever really a thing, the chipboard, but it was. And I'm just going to kind of put my arrow on there like, look at the dress. I'm not peeling this one apart, although it is also chipboard, but that one was really thick. So, oh, this glue. I did clean it and everything. It's still being a pickle. I mean, granted, it is almost empty, but there's plenty in there still. The birds are having a good old time out there singing away. Arrow, I feel like, is a little bit difficult, or was for me to, I don't have a whole lot of arrow type things, so that was tricky. And then I thought I would put the 5 cents. I can't. I think I'll put it over there. It's hard to see now with... I'm going to peel a couple layers off of this. They do peel off pretty easy, especially if you've had the chipboard for a while. It's just too darn thick. But it works great to peel them apart. They peel easy. Yeah, I really hoarded all that stuff because I've had it for years and years and years, and it's so silly because then, you know, the sticky of the stickers starts to wear away and everything. Oh my gosh, I can't see. All right. So that's going to be a pocket. So we're going to put a thumb notch. This probably isn't going to take me very long today. Once I get stuff figured out what I want to do, it tends to go pretty quick, but it took me quite a while to find things because, like I said, I don't have a whole lot of coral. It's funny how some colors you just really don't use a whole lot or have a whole lot of. I like it, just don't use it a lot. Okay, and then we're going to do this for a tag to go behind there, but now I need to cut it straight. Just want straight edges here so that I can trim it nicely. We'll do we could actually do a fairly decent size. Yeah, let's do like a 3-inch tag, and I know I'm cutting extra because I'm going to cut off that torn edge. This thing is still so sharp for how old it is. Super sharp. And then probably about right there's good. We're going to use that, obviously, as our decorative piece. And we'll cut it into a tag shape. If I can find the one that cuts the tag corners. It's buried under my junk. I need to put a new sponge on there again already. This is just an advertisement out of one of those work basket magazines for ladies to make dresses. Up to $7 in a day. Woo! It's kind of like making journals. Not quite that bad, but it just so many hours go into those darn journals. You can never get your time out of those. But I mean, it's what I like doing, so. All right, so we'll put that on. I'm going to put a little cattywampus. And then I have a sticker, label, whatever. My hubby is here, so if you hear banging and stuff, he's, I don't know what he's doing, but. He was watching some weird space type show. He loves Star Trek and all that stuff. And then this is from a, also, or no, this is from an old pattern. It's the number of the pattern. I just thought that would be kind of fun to put on there. I mean, you could put any number on there, but I had it sitting here, so I was like, oh, that'll work. The pattern number on there. I don't know what else I want to put on there, if anything. Where'd my other arrow go? So this would be good in a sewing journal, or, I mean, any real sort of retro-y type journal. Oh, now he's in the garage right under me. Sorry if you can hear the radio. Oops. This is going to be a little tricky. I'm going to use it as the tab. And this is light enough you can write on the back of that, so that's nice. Who knew an arrow would make such a great tab? See, these are the things we learn when we do these challenges. Even though you rack your brain and think, what in the world am I even going to do? But see, it all works out. So that will just tuck right in there, like so. So that is my coral and arrow. All right, I'm going to pause for a minute and I'll come back since, you know, that wasn't very much and I don't really have anything else. But I'll come back with my journal and we'll just add a few things to it. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back and have the journal here. I think what I'm going to do, because I've made a few pieces recently with you guys, and I'm going to put this one here. I know I didn't want to cover that because I do love that, but I think I want this here. I like it. And this will pull out easily this direction. So that's what we're going to do. Kind of makes me sad, but that's what happens sometimes when you put stuff down and you don't have the full plan happen yet. And I'm just going to glue this down entirely. I think the pocket that's there is fine. I don't think it needs to have another pocket behind it. But of course you could make another tuck spot or whatever. Just being on the cover, I kind of like to, I don't know, I just want it glued down all the way. This is just kind of a good front cover piece. It reminds me a little bit of a, what do you call it? Like a library pocket or something like that. It's a little warped from the cover is, from all the collaging and stuff. So yeah, I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm like 16 minutes really is kind of silly. I just didn't have anything else to do for the coral thing. So that's okay. This will just be one more thing closer to done, right? I don't know what my husband is doing down there. Who knows? It's not wanting to stick. That's the only thing with the tacky glue, is sometimes it takes it a minute because it stays pretty wet, which is good because you can move it. But I'm gonna go ahead and just set that over, and I think it will hold. And then I have these other pieces. I made this one just on my own while I was working. So let's see. We need some things here, but I don't know if I want to put, I would probably want to do like some kind of pocket page. And I don't know where. This is kind of a good spot for something because you can't write on that. That would work up there. That's so silly. I just don't want to cover all these things. It would look so weird. You'd have to do a full page type thing if you did this. This is the paper bag. Yeah, I think I'm going to put this one on here, up here, which is a little strange, but I think that'll work well. Why do I keep taking that one? And I'm going to glue this. Do I want to glue this one down entirely? Maybe I will make that one a tuck. So it needs this side. Got a little crazy there. Because then we could tuck something else behind that. Would work pretty well. This has been such a fun journal. I don't know if I can let this one go. It's so funny how you get attached to them. I get that question a lot. How do you sell them? It's like, well, I have bills to pay. So that always helps inspire you, right? Plus, if I kept all my journals, oh my goodness, after 6 years of doing this, you know how many journals I would have? And I don't write in journals. I do sometimes like write down ideas or put pictures in or something like that, but I don't like write daily in a journal, so it's sort of silly for me to keep them. I just love making them. I just think they're so fun to make. That is still not wanting to... like I mentioned, there's something about that kind of old dusty paper. It just doesn't really accept the glue really well. It's kind of a stinker that way. Yep, don't know what hubby's doing, but he's doing something in the garage. Banging away. As hubbies do. I'm sure you can all agree with me. It's already having a drink of my Pepsi. My once weekly Pepsi. If that often. I've just stopped drinking them because I know they're not good for me. But sometimes that's not good. That is opening up there. That old envelope is, and I was afraid of that. So I'm going to try to just put a thin bit of glue. It's just crumbling apart. And I don't want to put too much where that card can't slide in and out, because that wouldn't be good. Let that alone and see. Yep, old paper does not like glue. You got to put it on twice, or it just won't do it. Okay. That's a real falling apart old envelope there. I don't know what we'll tuck behind that, but we'll figure that out. This is kind of, no, I don't want anything there. I don't know if you guys saw, I did this to tuck under there. But I could put something on one of these pages. That does look good there. And this is full of all kinds of goodies. But again, this one, because it's got all that and this thin edge, I'm going to just glue the whole thing down. These paper bags are very thin. If you're wondering why I'm switching back and forth between tacky glue and this Barely Art glue, when I glue on the cover, things onto the cover, I like to use a more hefty glue than when I glue onto just a page. If that makes any sense, I don't know, but you could definitely turn this into some kind of tuck if you wanted to. I just don't really want to. I'm going to put a little bit of this on here. I'm just going to go right smack in the middle. Probably should take those out. Afraid they're going to get stuck. Okay, so that's good. I want to make sure that back is getting glued well. Okay. And now we have the other paper bag. I don't want to put, you know, multiple paper bags in the same spot. I'll have to figure out something for there. So this, like that. And that is going to tuck behind. I might want it on a blue page. Oh, I kind of like that because it fits so nice there. I'll do that. And this one we are gluing just to make a pocket behind. And you don't want to glue it too close to this part. Well, I guess that part's not going to matter that much, but you want the bag to be able to open, is what I'm thinking. And make sure your flaps on the back are all glued down. Sometimes they're loose. I did add a little glue to this one on the back when I made it. Is that coming up? Yep. Corners. It's always corners. Don't get enough glue. Feeling good? Not really. I have to just, what is it getting caught on? I glued that lip down. Don't mess with me now. And it will pop open, hopefully. Yep. There's just some little goodies in there. And I'll probably stitch and put a piece of fabric on that. Let's go back to here. This one's just about done. I'm very excited by it. Go in here. That poor old envelope. Yep, see, it just keeps getting split up there. I'm gonna have to cut. I'm gonna have to put something up along there. Darn, I really didn't want to have to do that, but that's not gonna work. Oh lordy, that is a very loud thing. That's the neighbors. I don't want We Three Kings. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find something to put along there. I might use. Oh, I could use tape, huh? Old looking tape. Where is that? I don't know if I have any left. Hold on just a minute. Okay, well, of course I'm out. So I have put strips of Scotch tape on this wax paper. I know it's kind of hard to see, but then we're going to take this caramel alcohol ink and I just put it on. Take a paintbrush. Sorry. Never fails to get loud around here at some point. And then I will sometimes just take and put like a dot here and there just because I like the way it looks when it dries, and just spread it out a little. But you can do it however you like, and it dries super fast, so it won't take long at all to dry. And just brush the rest off on a book page or something. And that's all you got to do. That is how I make faux old tape. Simple, simple. I'm going to take our book here, and I took the card out because I was afraid I was going to mess it up. It's still just a tiny bit wet. I'm just going to hit this for just a second. I know that's loud. I mean, it does take a few minutes to get dry. Just not a super long time. And I kind of want pieces rather than just the whole strip. You can kind of snip it and then just tear it too so that you don't end up with the perfectly straight. I really like the edge that the cutter, you know, the ruffly edge of the tape cutter does, but oh, you know what I'm going to need? Some of this. Because I don't think it's going to stick to that old paper for very long. So see, there's always ways to fix stuff. I mean, technically, you could probably leave that open and it wouldn't, I mean, it's still going to hold the card, but I just would prefer it was closed. And I wanted to still see the music, so this is kind of a good solution for that. I don't even need all of this piece. So that will at least keep that from, you know, ripping more or whatever. I'm going to put it kind of like that. I think it'll be fine with that little space right there. There, now we can still see the music under there, which is what I wanted. I think this will go in and out fine now. There we go. All right, so that is what I have for today. So we have our coral and arrow, and then we have our journal. And I will do a flip through of this probably soon. I just want to make sure I have even amounts of things, and I need to come back and do like a, oh, I have that one too, like pocket pages or something for the back ones. So it's getting chunky, but the cool part is with these, you can set it on a shelf or something, and I think it looks really cool all spread out, like, yeah. So anyway, hope you guys have an awesome weekend, and I will see you again soon. Love ya. Bye.